Okay. In string, we used to assign the values like this. So, 3 Veni. Okay. This is one way.
Yes, sir.
And we have another approach also. Why? String is a class, right? You know string is a class or not? String string is a class. When it is a class, what you can do? You can create the object for the string. Obj str. Otherwise you can say str equals to new of string. ఇంతే కదా క్లాస్కి వేరియబుల్ ఎట్లా క్రియేట్ చేస్తాము హౌ టు క్రియేట్ ద వేరియబుల్ ఫర్ క్లాస్ నేమ్
Object
obj equals to new of class
new.
name. So this is two approaches to this time I am assigning some value. Who is this? Jubair, right? So this one. So I can assign the values in string like this. I can store the values in a string. Two approaches. What is that? This is one approach, and this is the class. String is a class, right? What is that? String is a class. See here. Since it is a class, how can you assign? You can assign multiple ways. This is one way of declaration, and what is that? This is another way of declaration. See, you are storing the characters. Okay, right? See, here are some other examples. So this is one approach, and okay, you got it, right? Two things, two approaches we can assign the values into a string, and this approach is string literal. String literal.
Literal.
And this is class mode, approach, right? Since it is a class, you need to create the object for that class, and inside the constructor you are passing the actual whatever the value you want to store. Okay. And mainly we said string is a immutable. Okay, string is immutable. Why immutable? In the sense, what is the meaning of immutability? ఎవరికైనా ఐడియా ఉందా ఇమ్యూటబిలిటీ అంటే ఏంటి?
చేంజబుల్ అంటే
Once.
ఇమ్యూటబుల్ అంటే చేంజబుల్ అన్చేంజబుల్.
ఓకే, సి ఇమ్యూటబుల్ అంటే ఏంటంటే, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ నౌ యు ఆర్ అసైనింగ్ ఏ వాల్యూ ఇన్ విచ్ వేరియబుల్? నేమ్ వేరియబుల్, రైట్? Okay, now I am going to change the value equals to name plus m. Okay, Triveni m or something, right? Now if I print system dot out dot print ln, if I print name, what is the value I should get here? Tell me, who is going to tell? What is the value I will get now? If I print name, what is the value? Do I get Triveni or what? Triveni m. What is the value I used to get?
M sir, Triveni M. M sir, only M.
Only m. Let's see. Triveni m. Right? Because you are assigning a value and you are changing this and you are storing that value. Alright? But now this name and this name both are same. Here let's assume name part. name is also right. Now you added name plus m, it should be name 1, right? And you assign to another new variable, right? And what is the case? Str equals to str plus s. I am making change to this. Yes, because concat. Let's see here. You are assigning, right? Jubair S is coming. Let's see. Don't save. So this is a heap. Okay. This is the heap area. And this is a string area. Sorry, constant pool. String constant pool. SCP. What is the name? SCP. String constant pool. And this is a heap. Okay. So now if you are creating a value, what is the value? For example, Jubair. Jubair is the value you are storing. Where you are storing this value, and you are storing in the heap, and it is referring to one variable v1. What is the name? v1. Okay. v1, right? In which approach, if I am using, the approach is second approach, class name approach, class approach. String v1 equals to new of string. Okay. In this approach, if I am using the value, I am creating a variable like this, right? In this approach, okay, if I am using this approach, what will happen? First, variable is created. This variable is referring to this object. In this object, it is occupying the memory, right? Okay, and at the same time, it is going to take place one more place in SCP. Right? How many places it occupies in this approach? And the same variable which is refers to this one. How many objects are created when I am using this approach in class approach, string class approach?
Two objects.
Two objects, right? One is in heap area and another one is a SCP.
One is in SCP.
Okay. Now I created one more variable. Okay, v2. I created one more variable v2, right? And in that variable also I am using Jubair only. I want to store the another Jubair, right? Where is that?
Yes, sir.
So I want to store another Jubair, right? So here Jubair, right? So this is another variable it is referring, and so here check that what is the pool, right? In that pool, so in heap there is nothing. It won't check whether the value is existed or not, right? It won't check whether the value is existed or not. Directly it will allocate a new object. You are creating a new variable. In that variable you are storing the same value. Here you have the Jubair and here also you have Jubair. But heap, it won't matter whether for that variable whatever the value you have, that value already is presented in my memory. It won't check in case of heap. But in string constant pool, right? It is a pool. So in that pool it will check, boss, you want to store the Jubair. That Jubair already is there in my memory. It will check. If it is there, it won't create a new object. The same object will refers to v2 memory. Okay, instead of creating, right? Now here same object. Same object is going to refer, but in case of heap it will occupy new memory, right? Now got it, right? What is the first difference? In case of this approach, it will occupy the memory spot in two places. One is heap and another is string constant pool. Okay, so that is the first difference, first one. And what is the second approach? Normal. That approach you know, right? Everybody knows the second approach. Very good. Job. Very good. अच्छा किया. Let's see now. String S1 equals to Rama, right? This is second approach. In case of this approach, where is the value it will go? It won't go to the heap. It won't occupy the memory in the heap area, right? The memory would be placed in where? In the string constant pool. Okay, na? Memory would be taken place in string constant pool. What is the main attribute of string constant pool? It has the capability. It will check in his memory that it has that object already in place or not, right? So S1, okay. Here, once for example, I created one more variable. This time S2, which is Rama. Then is it going to create a new memory, or is it going to use the existing memory and refers to the second variable? What will happen? I am trying to create one more. Okay, now I am trying to create one more string S2 equals to Rama. Okay, na? This is the case. Now, what will happen? Is it going to create a new memory spot in SCP or not? First point.
No, sir.
No, right? Since it is a pool, in that pool, that object already presented or not, it will check. Okay, it will check whether that object is presented or not. Rama already there, so it won't create a new memory object. Just it will refer to the second variable. Just the same memory space is going to be refers to the second object. S2, right? Now, so in this case, so let me know here what is the difference you observed. For V1, is it taking a new memory or not? Value is same, but it is occupying new memory spot. And here in V2, I want to store Jubair once again, right? So already it is there. Instead of referring to the same one, it is taking a new memory spot here in Jubair, in heap, and it is referring to new memory value. So here what are the we are checking two types. One is the memory type. What is the memory? Is the memory same memory space, or is it a different memory space? That is first point. Is it same memory space or two different memory space? What is your observation here? Anusha, no?
Two different memory spaces.
Yeah.
Two different memory spaces, sir.
Two different memory spaces. Who is there? Chaitra came? No, Lakshmi is there. Redmi 10, who's that?
Yes, sir. Lakshmi, sir.
Lakshmi, okay. ఓకే, ఇది కొంచెం కన్ఫ్యూజింగ్గా ఉండేది. బీ కేర్ఫుల్, ఓకే? కొంచెం జాగ్రత్తగా.
Okay, sir. Okay.
సో ఇప్పుడు ఒకటి నేను రెండు వాల్యూస్ ఈ విధంగా స్టోర్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. V1లో ఇట్లా ఇదే ఇంకోసారి పెడితే దాన్ని సెకండ్ టైం, రైట్? సో ఐఎమ్ ట్రయింగ్ టు యూజ్ ద సేమ్ వాల్యూ టూ టైమ్స్, right? In case of heap, what it will do, it won't check whether the value already existed or not. Directly it is going to take a new memory spot and it will assign that value into that memory spot. Okay, so that is the case of heap. In case of this second approach, right? What is the first approach? This approach, you know, right? How to store the values in a string. Normally this is the first approach you used to know, but string is a class. We said string is a class, right? That's why we said a string is a non-primitive type. When it is a class, how to create the object for a class? Class object name equals to new of class. In the constructor, whatever the value you want to store, that value you are going to store. Okay, that is how you need to assign. So in case of this approach, every change it is going to take new memory spot, whether the value is same value or different value. Even though it is the same value, it is going to take a new space, right? How do you ensure it is a new space, right? By checking by checking the memory space. Here both are occupying S1 and S2. Both are referring to the same memory or not? Same memory, same
Yes,
value.
sir. Same memory.
It is one memory object. In that memory space, Rama is stored, right? So here, how many memory spots are there for Rama?
1,
For Jubair,
2 memories for
2 memory spots are there. Let's see with example whether we are getting the same one or not. Okay. Now I am trying to store value string S1 equals to Rama, right? And string S2 equals to Rama. In 2 variables, I am storing Rama variable. So in this approach, where is the data is going to be stored? In heap or SCP? In SCP.
SCP.
SCP in the sense this one, right? Inside a string heap, you are going to have SCP. In that memory spot, it is going to take place. Now tell me system dot out dot println. If I use this and I am comparing S1 double equals to S2. Okay. So I am just checking whether S1 equals to S2. Here S1 double equals means it is checking two comparisons. Okay, very important. Remember this. It is comparing 2 comparisons. What is the 2? One is the value. Is this value same or not? Value comparison. Value. It is checking what are the value is there. Is it same? And what is the second one? Memory space.
Memory.
So these 2 variables occupying same memory or not? So tell me what is the value you will get. Is it true or false? You need to check 2 things. One is value. Value, it is matched, right? Rama and Rama, both are matched. And memories, is it going to have 2 memories or same memory?
Same memory.
Same memory, right? See here. Just you can observe this screenshot. See here, Rama. So right, I am creating 2 variables S1 and S2, but value is same. Since the value is same in SCP, it is the value is we are creating the memory in SCP. In case of SCP, what is the main attribute? Main lakshanam entante. What is the main attribute of SCP? It will check if you are storing a new value. That new value already presented in my memory spot. It will check. If it is there, it is not going to create a new memory space for that value. Instead of creating just, it will refer to the same memory is going to refer to another variable S2, right? So S1 and S2 sharing the same memory since the value is same. Avuna? That is what. Now as per this, what is it true or false? What is the value? S1 double equals to S2. Is it true or false?
Yes, sir. True.
Chaitra. What is the value you will get, Chaitra, here?
Rama.
Comparison. I am doing comparison. S1 equals to S1 double equals to S2. Is it true or false?
True.
Double equals means what is the meaning of double equal?
Same.
What is same?
Comparison.
It is comparing 2
Sound
things.
same.
It is comparing
Yeah.
2 things. First thing is the value in that variables, whatever the value you have, is it same or not? Rama and Rama, both variables having the same value. That is first value comparison. And next, what is the next comparison? Memory.
memory space.
Both are occupying same memory or not. See here, in SCP, it is SCP, right? The value is going to be placed in SCP. S1 occupying same memory, S2 also referring to the same memory. So both memory spaces are same, right? Both are occupying same memory, right? So that's why
Yes.
it is equal. It will returns true.
Okay.
Okay. See, you got the true. Now, what is the second approach to create the strings? String is a class. Do you know or don't know?
Yes.
String is a class, right? So I am creating one variable string. How to create the object for string? String of this one, and
New
in
string.
constructor you can pass some value Chaitra, right? And I am creating one more variable. The same thing I am doing. Above whatever the thing I did, I am just checking. Now tell me, Chaitra, you can answer me. So what is this value I'll get?
True only.
True, huh?
Huh.
In this approach, where is the memory is going to be taken place? Is it heap or SCP?
SCP.
No, you didn't listen the class. Huh? In between you joined, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I joined it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So here in this approach, the memory is going to be placed in heap area. This is heap. This whole box.
Okay.
Inside the heap you have SCP. Okay. అలా అడిగే డౌట్ ఓపెన్ చేసుకోడు ఆ రూమ్లోకి వెళ్ళి yeah, okay. Now since it is a you are using this approach, right? String class approach. In this approach, memory is going to be taken place in the heap, not in SCP, right? So v1 is the variable which is referring to Jubair value, right? And one more spot also it will occupy in the SCP also. It will occupy the memory. Two places, one variable occupies two memory spots, right? In case of this approach, which is the better approach, this approach or this approach?
That one.
This one is the string literal is better. Send the message, ask to rejoin everyone. Jubair, put the message to rejoin everyone.
Yes, sir, did it. So, Chaitra, what I am referring here, when you are using this approach, in this approach, memory is going to be occupied in heap, and which is going to take two places, two memory spots. And now the same, by using the same approach, you are creating one more variable v2, right? In that v2 also you are going to have the same memory spot, same value, right? So whenever you are using v2, it is going to be occupy new memory spot, right? It is going to occupy
Yes.
new memory spot, right? But in SCP, actually, it should play, the value should place in SCP, right? But in SCP, what is the property of SCP? It will check whether that value already presented or not. When it is already presented in SCP, it is not going to create a new memory spot in SCP, right? Only one memory would be there in SCP, but in heap you have two memory spots. Then now tell me, this memory space and this memory space both are equal?
No.
No, right? Values are equal. Jubair and Jubair value is equal, but the memory space are different.
Yes.
Since I am using this approach, right? See here,
Mm.
I created the values in this approach,
Mm.
right? So I should get the value as false, because it is checking, we are checking two comparisons. One is value comparison and another is memory comparison.
Yes. Memory.
So two things you are comparing. See, first one is true since you are using this approach,
Mm.
right? It is going to be placed in the SCP. In SCP, they are going to have only one memory spot.
Mm.
So here it is going to have two different memory spots. Okay.
Two different memory spots. Yeah.
So that's why. So now let me know S1 dot, since it is a string, dot equals method is there. What it will return, and v1 dot v2. What is the value you will get? So Anusha, right? Can you tell me, Anusha, are you there?
Yes, sir.
So what is the value you will get here? In case of this, what value you will get? Is it true or false? S1 equals to S2.
Yes. True, sir.
Okay. Here V1 equals to V2.
False.
False, huh? No.
Yes,
Both will return true.
True.
Okay.
Okay.
Why?
Okay,
Because
as a comparison.
comparison only, but here only value comparison.
Okay.
So here value comparison, equal in the sense only one comparison it is checking. One comparison it is checking. What is that comparison? Value comparison.
Yeah.
When I said double equal, so double in the sense, what is the meaning of double? Two comparisons. Okay, this is very important one. So they will ask you this interview question. Okay, they will give some program like this. Okay, two values are same, and here two values are same. What is the value? When they said double equal, you need to check in this approach where is your memory is going to be taken place, and in this approach where is your memory is going to be taken place. So based on that, you need to tell the values. Okay.
Okay.
So in this approach SCP, in this approach heap plus SCP. Okay. So at present, which is the better one? This one is the better one.
SCP.
SCP. Right. Now the main thing, string immutability. String immutability in the sense, so for example, now you have V1, right? And for V1, now you are trying to change the value. You are trying to change the value to V1 to V1. So yes, right? When it is going to be taken place a new memory spot, every change is going to be take another new variable. Okay, not on the same variable. If you say V3, you will get a new value. But if you say V1, you will get Jubair only. Right? Let's see that. For example, anything also fine. So S2 dot concat. D. When I am saying this, I changed, right? I changed S2 to what I did now? I made the change. What is the value if I print on S2? If I print S2, what is the value you should get?
D.
I have the S2, right? I made the change to S2, right? I concat in the sense it will come, that is my expectation is like this. Concatenation in the sense adding. Initially my S2, in S2 what you have? Rama. And now you are adding D, right? This is my expectation, right? This is the meaning of concat. Concat is nothing but adding one string to another string, right? Now I added S2 dot concat, right? So what is the value I should get?
Rama.d.
Rama D, right? Rama space D, right? See, let's see here. What is this? I got S2 Rama only. I didn't get that D. I made the change. I made the change to Rama D. That means what you understood? If you want to make any changes, now here you clearly observe. Now Jubair, I want to change some value to here. We cannot, it won't allow, system won't allow you. That's what, right? I did. Initially, I have the variable V1. For that V1, I am adding S, right? Like this. I have a variable S1. In that S1, S2, right? For that S2, I am adding, concatenating D, right? Then what should I have? Actually, what is my expectation? I should have Rama D, right? But I don't have, because strings won't allow the changes. Boss, you added one value to one variable. That's it. After that, if you want to try to make the change to that variable, it won't allow you. It will occupy new memory. Jubair S, right? It is going to be occupy new memory. Got it? That's what the main string immutability. What are the n number of changes you are trying to do? Those many memory spots, it is going to take place. So, what is the meaning? You created one variable. I created one variable Jubair here. If I want to make a change, can I make the change here in the same memory spot? Is it allowing me? No, right?
No.
It is trying to create a new memory spot. In that memory spot, it is trying to add Jubair plus S. So, is it new memory or existing memory only?
New memory.
See, here it is V1 and it is the memory spot is here, and here with a change it is taken a new memory spot. That's what immutability, right? That is what the meaning of immutability. When you are making some change, it will take a new memory spot. Not in the same memory, it is not going to take the changes. That's what immutability. Immutability in the sense, it won't allow the changes. Got it? Whether it is here or here. Now Rama is there in the SCP, for example, in this approach. Even though in this approach also, it won't allow the change. When you are saying Rama D,
it is going to take a new memory spot. Right? Rama is there existing, but he is making some changes. Rama D. It is creating a new variable and it is referring to
New memory.
new memory. Got it? Okay, S3. ఓకేనా, అర్థమవుతుందా? ఇది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్, వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్, highly important this topic. String is immutability. What is the meaning of immutability? If you are trying to make a change to existing string, it won't allow the changes in the same memory spot. When you are trying to make the change, it is occupying new memory spot. What is meaning of that? It is not allowing any changes. That's it. Right? Can I make a change in this memory spot? Existing memory spot? No. Right? It is whenever you are trying to make a change, it is going to occupy new memory spot. New memory. Now, so I want to add one more thing. Okay, now Rama D, it's okay. Right? Now Rama D dot his education is Rama D BTech. I want to add another change. Is it allow or not allow? Is it going to, this change is going to occupy the same memory spot or new memory spot?
New memory.
New
Same
memory.
memory spot.
Definite. ఏమర్థమైందా నీకు ఇప్పుడు కాన్కాటినేషన్
Concact.
It will
concatenation only. Here also concatenation only you did, right? What is the difference here to here? One more change you are trying to do. You are making two changes.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
Right? Then when n number of changes you are trying to do, it is not allowing, it won't allow the changes in the same memory spot. It will do the changes in the new memory spot.
It will occupy.
Right? So n number of changes you want to do, those many memory would be occupied in the heap. So memory would be wastage, right?
Yes, sir.
Memory will occupy, lot of memory is required. For example, you want to do some paragraph, you want to write some paragraph and you want to store in string, right? For that paragraph, after some time you may change n number of changes, right? In such cases you should not store the values in this approach. Okay, got it? Because the number of changes you are trying to do, those many memory places would be wasted, right? If I do 100 changes, for example, I want to do here like this, BTech. Okay, after that, okay, I want to add his address. NRT. Okay, so how many memory spot? One memory spot, two memory, three memory, four memory spots would be wasted. And finally in the fourth memory spot you are going to have Rama D BTech NRT. Right? So memory would be wasted a lot. So this is called string immutability. String immutability ante ardhamainda? Is it clear to you guys? String is by default,
sir.
strings are immutable. Immutable in the sense it won't allow the changes in the same memory
Changes.
spot. Right? When you are trying to make a change, it is going to occupy the new memory spot. See the screen. When you are trying to make a change for Jubair and S, it is going to take a new memory spot. This one and this one not, both are not same memory. This is different memory, this is different. If you are trying to make one more change, it is going to take another memory spot. So n number of changes you are trying to do, those many memory spaces would be wasted, right? That is the disadvantages of string class, right? Because of immutability. Clear? Adi manaku clear ga undali. You should have clarity on that string immutability. Okay?
Okay.
So this is the main important topic in strings. It is very highly mostly asked interview question. Okay, then how to, for example, but I have those kind of situations, right? I may have n number of changes. I want to do n number of changes, but all the changes would be taken place in one memory spot. In this memory spot itself, I created one variable, and I do n number of changes to that variable, right? It should allow me to those changes. So how I can do string? It won't do that, right? String won't allow the changes to me, but my requirement is that one. I want to do the changes to one variable itself, right? All the Jupyter details I want to add in one memory spot instead of 100 memory spots. What is the approach? We have two classes to support that functionality. What is that? String builder
String buffer.
and string buffer. So string builder and string buffer are two different classes. Okay. So with these, by using this class instead of a string class, you can use this string builder class, right? It is a class. See how to assign how to create a variable or how to create the object for a class. Tell me, Anusha, you tell me.
Sir,
My class name is string builder. How to create the object for string builder class?
string builder
Okay.
SB
SB. Okay.
is equals to
Hmm.
new
Hmm.
string builder
Hmm.
open close braces.
Okay, like this. So you can do like this, and then you can assign the value here also. Jupyter or now SB dot append. You don't have concatenation here. You will have different function append. Okay, in append you are going to have his name, surname is S. Okay, one change he did, and one more change I am doing, S1 and B Tech, right? And he is from, one more change I am doing, same variable I am making the change, variable SB, right? What is the object name? SB. For the same I am doing the changes. Now if I am printing this, system dot out dot print line is SB, right? What is the value I will get here? Should I get only Jubair or all the changes?
All the changes.
All the changes.
All the changes,
All the
because
changes.
in this approach, see, Jubair, S, B Tech, NRT. But first approach I have only one value. What are the Rama? I made the change. Rama contact D. I made the change D, B Tech, all those things. But my S1 always I have, my S2 always have Rama only. Because this is if you want to get this value, you need to assign one more value variable. If you create S3, then you will get in S3, then your another new variable is required, because new variable in the sense new memory spot, right? So here same variable, it is allowing all the changes. Got it? That's what a string immutability. This is example for mutability. Mutability in the sense it is allowing changes. Immutability in the sense string. String is immutable. It won't allow the changes to the variable. To one variable you created. So always it will have the same data, same memory spot. Okay, that is what, right? String builder. And this is one approach. Another approach we have string buffer. String buffer also same. string builder, string buffer, both are mutable things only. It will give the SF. ఓకే, అందరు క్లారిటీ వచ్చిందా ఇప్పుడు?
Yes, sir.
ఎస్ సార్.
ఈ వీడియో ఇప్పుడు పెట్టిన వీడియో మళ్ళా 1-4 సార్లు చూడండి, ఎందుకంటే ఇది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. చూడండి. సో ఇన్ దిస్ అప్రోచ్ ఆల్సో ఇట్ విల్ అలౌ ద చేంజెస్, అండ్ దిస్ అప్రోచ్ ఆల్సో ఇట్ విల్ అలౌ ద చేంజెస్. String builder and string buffer will allow the changes. String, it won't allow the changes. That's why we said string is immutable. Okay, only one thing you remember. Otherwise, if you remember two things, you will get confused. You may replace immutability in place of immutability. You will use mutability. In place of mutability, you will use immutability. Okay, so just remember only one thing. What you will remember? String is immutable. How do you allow the changes to the string? By using string builder and string buffer classes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is very important topic. String class. If somebody asks, can you please explain me about a string class? Then you need to tell string is a class where you are going to store the list of characters in a string, and string is immutable. Why I said string is immutable? It won't allow any changes. If you are trying to make changes to one particular variable, it won't allow the changes. It will occupy new memory spot. It is not going to okay, that's what the string immutability. Okay, that's it for today.